All right, folks, buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the wacky world of deepfakes. In the simplest terms, a deepfake is like that friend who uses your face in a Snapchat filter to make it look like you're singing along to Celine Dion. Except instead of a silly filter, deepfakes use fancy artificial intelligence to create hyper-realistic but completely fabricated videos and audio. Think about it. You could have Barack Obama reciting Shakespeare or your grandma dropping sick beats like a SoundCloud rapper. The technology is mind-blowing, no doubt, but like a box of discount fireworks, it comes with a whole lot of risks. The scary part is how real these deepfakes can look. We're talking about videos so convincing they could fool your own mother. Maybe. But here's the thing. Just because something looks real doesn't mean it is. And that's where things get really interesting. And by interesting, I mean terrifying. Now, before we descend into complete digital paranoia, let's talk about the fun stuff. Deepfakes are already making waves in Hollywood. Remember that scene in the latest superhero movie where they de-age the actor to look like a teenager? Yep, deepfakes. Or that commercial where they brought back a beloved celebrity from the 80s. Deepfakes again. The entertainment industry is going gaga over this technology, and honestly, it's kind of cool. Imagine watching historical epics with actual historical figures, or seeing your favorite band perform live, even if they broke up decades ago. The possibilities are endless, and Hollywood loves nothing more than endless possibilities and mountains of cash, but that's a different story. But even in the realm of entertainment, we have to tread carefully. What happens when deepfakes are used to resurrect deceased actors without their consent? Or to create scandalous scenes that could ruin reputations? It's a slippery slope, my friends, a very slippery slope. Let's move on to a slightly less glamorous but equally fascinating field: education. Imagine students learning about history from the people who actually lived it. With deepfakes, Abraham Lincoln could deliver the Gettysburg Address right in your classroom, although he might be a bit startled by the Wi-Fi password. And it's not just history. Imagine scientists like Marie Curie explaining their groundbreaking discoveries, or literary giants like Jane Austen discussing their characters. Deepfakes have the potential to make learning more engaging, immersive, and dare I say fun. Of course, there are concerns here too. Will students be able to distinguish between real historical footage and a deepfake creation? Will the reliance on technology diminish the importance of critical thinking and research? These are questions educators and technologists need to grapple with as deepfakes become more sophisticated. Now, let's talk about a truly heartwarming application of deepfake technology: accessibility. Imagine a world where people who have lost their voices due to illness or injury can communicate again using personalized synthetic voices. That's the power of deepfakes. Deepfakes can also be used to create subtitles and translations in real time, breaking down language barriers and making information accessible to a wider audience. For people with visual impairments, deepfakes could be used to generate audio descriptions of visual content, allowing them to experience movies, TV shows, and online videos more fully. It's truly amazing to think about how this technology can empower individuals and create a more inclusive world. But even with the best intentions, we need to be mindful of potential ethical dilemmas. Who owns the rights to someone's voice or likeness when it's recreated using AI? These are complex issues that require careful consideration. Section 5. The dark side, deepfakes, and the spread of misinformation. Okay, folks, time to address the elephant in the room, or should I say the deepfake in the newsfeed. While deepfakes have the potential for good, they also have a dark side, a side that thrives on deception and manipulation. Imagine a world where you can't trust your own eyes and ears, where videos of politicians saying or doing outrageous things flood the internet just before an election. This isn't some dystopian sci-fi movie, it's a very real threat. Deepfakes are incredibly effective tools for spreading misinformation, sowing discord, and manipulating public opinion. And in an era of information overload and social media frenzy, it's becoming increasingly difficult to separate fact from fiction. Section 6. Fake news, real consequences, deepfakes, and political manipulation. Politics, as we all know, is a contact sport, and deepfakes have just upped the ante. Imagine a deepfake video of a world leader declaring war or inciting violence. The consequences could be catastrophic. Deepfakes can be used to smear opponents, influence elections, and erode trust in democratic institutions. And the scariest part? As the technology becomes more accessible, it's no longer just state actors or sophisticated hackers who can create these videos. Anyone with a laptop and an internet connection could potentially become a deepfake puppeteer. We need to be prepared for a world where seeing is no longer believing. Media literacy, critical thinking, and a healthy dose of skepticism will be our best defenses against the onslaught of deepfake propaganda. Section 7. Endorsement or deception. Deepfakes in advertising and marketing. Now, let's talk about the wonderful world of advertising where everything is shiny, happy, and often completely fabricated. Deepfakes are already being used in commercials, and frankly, it's both impressive and a little unsettling. Imagine your favorite celebrity endorsing a product they've never even heard of, or a company using a deepfake of a CEO to make a major announcement that turns out to be completely bogus. Deepfakes have the potential to blur the lines between reality and advertising fantasy in ways we're only beginning to understand. As consumers, we need to be extra vigilant. Don't believe everything you see or hear, especially when it comes to online endorsements. Do your research, look for credible sources, and remember, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Section 8. Deepfakes and cybercrime, a dangerous combination. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get really real, really fast. We're talking about deepfakes and cybercrime, a match made in digital hell. Imagine a scammer using a deepfake of your boss to authorize a fraudulent wire transfer, or a hacker using a deepfake of your loved one to extort money from you. These aren't just hypothetical scenarios, they're happening right now. Deepfakes are becoming increasingly sophisticated, making it easier for criminals to impersonate individuals, manipulate victims, and steal sensitive information. We need to be more vigilant than ever, especially when it comes to online security. Use strong passwords, be wary of phishing scams, and if something seems off, trust your gut. Section 9. Navigating the deepfake world, staying informed and protected. So there you have it, folks, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly of deepfakes. It's a brave new world out there, one where reality itself is up for grabs. But don't despair. We're not powerless in the face of this technological tsunami. Knowledge is power, and the more we understand about deepfakes, the better equipped we'll be to navigate this increasingly complex digital landscape. Educate yourself about deepfakes, be wary of suspicious content, and think critically about the information you consume online. Support legislation that addresses the malicious use of deepfakes while protecting freedom of speech. And most importantly, don't believe everything you see on the internet.